Hello everyone, this is Steve with the Free Bullion Investment Guide. Today is September 28th. And I'm doing a review and outlook price analysis video for gold. This is gold's 4-hour chart. And to quickly go over the last video, which was posted 2 weeks ago, I've been showing you this ascending channel. Gold's been trading inside of this channel for several weeks, maybe over a month now for what I can remember. And also I showed you this falling wedge, which gold broke out of and confirmed. I believe it was mid last week after the Fed came out and stated that they were going to lower rates by another 25 basis points. I believe I left you, I believe the last video was made right around this area as far as where the gold price was. So we saw it move higher. I believe that was for several reasons. One, the Iranian attack on the Saudi refinery just had happened. Two, we had the Fed cut rates, and also over the past 2 weeks we've also had the Fed pumping in money into the repo market, which isn't a good sign as far as for the markets whatsoever. So we've had the price of gold shoot up to 1535, and then 1535 was able to hold its resistance. It's been shown as a resistance level in my charts for several weeks now. It held back here. It didn't hold back here, but the price of gold could not stay above it, so it clearly was still a resistance level, and clearly the price of gold could not continue any higher and it fell, well, quite literally, after Trump came out on the 25th saying that a trade deal might be closer than we think. And plus, we also had some news coming out with the trade talks with Japan. So that both helped things in the market, and that brought some certainty back in the market. And gold doesn't like certainty. It doesn't trade higher on certainty. And so the price of gold fell, breaking the ascending channel. So now we can remove the ascending channel. And as far as with gold's outlook, I do show a new positive pattern. Let me point it out to you here real quickly. It is another falling wedge. Clearly, the price of gold has some movement inside of it. I think 1480 will stand as a strong support level, simply because of the fact that it's supported by two lines here. One is the support level here, where 1480 has become strong support over the last, looks like since early or mid-August. So we shouldn't see the price of gold fall below 1480. And continue to trade inside this pattern until it breaks above it. As far as with the RSI and the MACD, the RSI clearly looks like it's in oversold territory on the 4-hour chart, and the MACD, it looks pretty close to oversold. I mean, it's clearly in oversold territory. Whether the line is going to change positions, it does look a little bit like it is starting to going to see a bounce here and move higher into positive territory. The question is, will the price of gold break above the upper trend line of the falling wedge? That's something that I can't tell you right now. But when we look at the daily chart for gold, we can see that the MACD does kind of look like it could go down a little bit more, and then we may see a pop. And the RSI is in neutral territory, so the RSI really is telling us nothing. But for my outlook for gold is for it to move higher. We do have one thing to really pay attention to next week, and that is, let me see here, we have the non-farm payroll report coming out next Friday. That will be one thing that the markets will pay attention to, as to just to give an idea of what might happen as far as with the Fed rate, whether they're going to cut it or not. If it's a bad report, likely we could see another Fed rate cut at their next meeting, where if it's a good report, they may do nothing. But we'll really have to pay attention to what comes out in that report to see how the market will interpret it for the price of gold. But for the outlook for gold, 1480 stands as very strong support. And quite honestly, 1535 stands as very strong resistance. So, but I'm looking for the price of gold to break above it sometime in the next week. Maybe not for another week, not until next week. But we'll have to pay attention to what happens in the news and what happens in the markets to see how the price of gold moves. So I thank you for your time. Take care and God bless.